Now, there's a lot of things that happen here that I can't explain and I can't recreate. What are they? You know, you about have to say there is something. I don't know what it is.
And a man's voice, just like me and you talking, said, "Get the F out of here."
Get out. Okay, how did that just move? How the hell did that just move? Oh, something just touched my hand! Something just touched my hand! Stop, 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 stop.
In Middletown, Ohio sits the Poasttown Elementary School. Opened in 1937, Poasttown was the learning center for thousands of children until it closed its doors in 1999. It lay abandoned for 5 years until it was bought by Daryl and Brenda Wisman.
So what, you bought this in 2004, right?
Yes, December of 2004.
Okay. So what, you went to school here?
Yeah.
What years?
1963. All my brothers and sisters went here, my wife went here, my kids went here.
When Daryl purchased the property, he was a paranormal skeptic, but slowly, the school turned him into a believer.
And the guy's working for me, he's a huge guy. He's probably 6'5" and 450 pounds. And all of a sudden I hear thump, 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 running, and he don't run. I mean, he's a big guy.
Right.
And immediately I'm thinking a piece of glass is fell and cut him, so I grab my first aid kit out of the fire extinguisher box and come running. Before I get to the front, he's already at the bottom of the stairs. And he can't.
Something scared the holy hell out of him.
He can't breathe. He's all bent over, his hands on his knees. So what's wrong? I'm looking for blood and stuff. He's something up there, dude. He's something up there. I'm like, well, come on, we'll catch it. He goes, you don't understand, dude. You can't catch this. You ain't gonna catch it. I said, if I can't catch it, I'll shoot it. And he said, dude, it's a ghost. And I'm like, oh, come on. There ain't no such thing as ghosts.
So when you bought this, you didn't believe?
I knew nothing about paranormal. Like you guys coming here, you're here for 2 nights. It's nothing like what it's like living here.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the things we experience, I've never heard anybody say they've seen or heard or felt.
It's got to be so comfortable with you at this point. That
It's just, it's comfortable, but when something different happens, it's like a tornado siren going on, you know, because you go up on edge or go hunting in the building, because, you know, we hear little kids' footsteps all the time upstairs. We don't even look at each other no more. I mean, it's so common, it's just like...
everyday life.
Yeah, but then when you hear a man's work boots, that's different.
Or a woman's voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I look at my cameras, and I got cameras in the hallways, and I'm looking to see who's walking down the hall, and there's nobody. Somebody's in the building. I mean, this is not what we hear around here. So I go upstairs, and she's watching on the cameras to see if somebody goes from room to room while I'm going to room to room. And nobody. We don't find anybody. The weirdest feeling I've ever had in here, other than being watched all the time, is one night we heard the work boots. I go upstairs to look. As I come out of the mean teacher room down at the end of the hall, I'm standing there and I'm looking and I'm thinking, it was right in here where we heard it, and all of a sudden I hear 3 steps coming up behind me, the work boots. When I turned to look, it kind of went right past me and made about 3 more steps and just vanished. But as it went by, the only way I know to describe it, you ever take 2 real strong magnets, I got speakers, try to put them together and get them pushed apart. That's how I felt. It either went through me or real close to me. And
So you felt the energy.
Oh yeah. That's the strongest feeling I've ever felt in here.
What could be the source of all these paranormal occurrences? The main theory is the crash of 1910. This tragedy left 24 dead, and happened less than a mile away from the school. Many investigators have captured evidence suggesting at least some of the spirits that roam the hallways are from the crash. We will look to capture proof for ourselves. We meet with Bill and Pam Powell, who have spent many nights investigating the school.
We always start like right here. If you look and see all these teachers, then you see the teachers here, and then you see all the kids. But if you walk down here or drive and then look, nobody knows who that is. She's not dressed in that era. We went through 4 days here. Was it a month ago?
A couple months, probably.
That you didn't want to be in this building. Because there's a door upstairs that you can't even open, but it opened on its own. And we think something came through here. So for 4 days, she was on the 3rd step and something just sort of pushed her down. And she sort of floated and landed nice and easy.
Really?
And then Daryl, he was in his bedroom and he had woke up in the middle of the floor with 4 holes in his head when that door opened. And then he brought somebody in to cleanse it. And when they did, it was 4 days and he was touching his head. And all the scabs came off and they looked perfect.
Wow.
So it was a bad 4 days, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Now, how many of the spirits here are from the train crash,
Well,
would you say?
me personally,
Yeah.
none.
None?
he's a skeptic.
Skeptic. Gotcha. How many of the spirits here are from the train crash?
No one really knows. Some people say they've got them, others, we've never got them.
Is there any like specific examples? Like
Not from the crash,
No.
no.
no engineers walking around?
Well, now
Train whistles?
the person that cleansed Daryl's bedroom said there was a man from the train crash. His name was Raymond.
Is there any record of that? Record of a Raymond?
No. We stay in the doll room a lot.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Dollar. We've never had one of these. Time to go face to face with some dolls for the first time. Here we
Ooh,
go.
baby.
Oh man. Let's get a lid on it here.
I call these dolls here, along here, dead people dolls,
Dead people dolls.
because it's getting to be like somebody that was in a nursing home. And that's the dead people that they didn't take their dolls with them. So I just call them the dead people
Do you get
dolls.
child spirits in here?
Yeah, this is one of the best rooms in the building. Now over here is the triplets. Well, this is that same 4 days.
Oh, that the negative things were happening?
Yeah, and this one went missing. We couldn't find her anywhere for a month.
No, this girl's trying to horn in on the girls on the triplets.
And then somebody left their dowsing rods downstairs in the cafeteria for a month. And after they got cleansed, and we're in this school about every day, we found that doll with a broken neck over there, and the dowsing rods came up. After a month, and we're in here every day, we knew we'd have seen them. So it was just a funky 4 days.
With our walkthrough and interviews complete, we are ready to investigate these claims for ourselves. We begin our investigation in a classroom off the main hallway.
I'm gonna start recording.
we take seats.
Are you ready? Yeah, take a seat.
Should be trying to move if you do.
Mark if you move. Alright, we're in the classroom here. There any students in here? Can you come up and play with this device in my hand and make it go like that? You just gotta touch that antenna.
Can you let us know that you're here with us? There's a flashlight on the table over there. Could you turn it on?
Thank you. Now that we know you're here, can you speak into this recorder right here at this desk? All right, play back. There any students in here? Can you come up and play with this device in my hand and make it go like that? You just gotta touch that antenna.
Over the course of 40 minutes, we capture no significant evidence to verify the claims of the school. To amp up activity, me and Xander head off by ourselves to the mean teacher's room.
Recording again, this is part 4, mean teacher's room. Can you make a noise for us? We heard you before. It's outside. Can you knock on something? Knock on the wall? Class is in session, you gotta take your seat. That's just the building. I don't know what. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Yeah. All right, cut it. Keep filming, keep filming, keep filming, keep filming. We're in mean teacher's room right now. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up, we're getting the tripod set up over there. And what we're gonna do is have these 3, Xander behind the camera, Matt and Alex, are gonna sit in the desks. And I'm going to imitate being a teacher. And the lights are going to be on because we're going to be creating an atmosphere that the kids would be used to being in actual class. So we're going to try and spark up some activity, and we're going to do some sort of lessons on the chalkboard. So let's get all set up.
Done?
All right. Take your seats. Time for class. Sit down.
Sorry.
Okay. This wasn't the first time. Okay. Class is now in session.
Sort of guys sound like somebody's running down the hallway.
Dude, come on inside. Come on in this classroom. Come on inside. Come on in this classroom. Did Alex hear somebody running? What did I say? I said something.
Sounds like it said, I'm thinking. I just heard sweet sound of mine.
I know, that's exactly what I heard too.
Right, Dave.
There's something. There's a clear man's voice. Who just spoke to us? Yeah. I'm gonna take roll call. Is Nick here? No, there's not. Is that what he said? I thought that said no, there's not. I'm gonna take roll call. Is Nick here? No, there's not. Is that what he said? I thought that said no, there's not. You know exactly how to get us to leave. You just gotta say get out. Leave does not work. Leave, you gotta say get out. You give us what we want and we'll give you what you want. Get out. Get out. Say it again. Please. He said please. Please. All right. Thank you. Document where these things are. Make sure nothing gets misplaced. Okay, how'd that just move? How the hell did that just move?
Did you get that video there?
Xander's got that pointed right at there.
It was
That ball just moved.
It's still moving.
That's not moving.
He's sleeping.
That's not moving. How far in was that, Xander?
Did you get it
Yeah.
moving on camera?
Yeah.
That's so weird because I just said mark where these objects are.
Right.
That's so weird. God, I hope you got that, Xander.
What we captured here is amazing. Right after I ask the rest of the group to mark where the objects in the room are, a ball sitting in the chair mysteriously moves. We have no explanation for this.
Okay, how'd that just move? How the hell did that just move? Alright, so we're just wrapping up night number 1 at Poasttown Elementary School. We captured some really good evidence, some really good audio evidence. We're going to review it in the morning, and we're going to get right back to work when we wake up. Signing off for night number 1, PitchBlack Paranormal.
And it's strange, but a lot of times at midnight I come up and check on the group, and if there's a sensitive person, I'll ask them, don't think about this, but I want you to give me an answer as quick as you can. Pick a number between 1 and 100.
22.
Okay. And then I'll let you read 22 out loud, that page. And something on that page has happened to you guys since you've been here. Does that freak you?
Of what book?
Huh?
What book is that?
Over here. I don't leave it out no more, so it starts to get damaged.
So we're going to page 22, huh?
Now here's the funny parts about this, okay? Nobody knew who C.E. Akers is, so I tried to research and find him. Took a while to figure it out, but I found it by accident in here. He was a principal here in 1957 and 1958. I was born in 1957, my wife was born in 1958.
Wow.
The other book we found is this elementary school, the yearbook of 1963, the year I started school here. Now, what's the odds? It's like everything that happens is somehow
Right.
connected.
It's an awfully big
Eugene
coincidence.
Akers, my dad's name was Eugene. It's like reading a horoscope. You can make your
Right.
life live that way, but it just seems so odd of 2 books you find. And this one, the principal that was here the years me and my wife were born, and the yearbook of the year I started school here, just seems close or
Oh,
weird. Now, you picked 22, and I almost hit it right on. But if you read this, No, this is a little page. But when you get to about right here, you're gonna think, my gosh, I've been reading and reading and reading.
Why don't you read it out loud?
All right. Crucifixion in our day. The crucifixion in our day. The soldiers who crucified Jesus sat in the shadow of the cross after the deed was done and watched him. The world has been watching him ever since. There is something strangely thought-compelling about the spectacle of a good man being crucified as a criminal, about a teacher of love and righteousness being silenced by death and torture, about one who has come to regard as God's supreme revelation of himself being mocked, insulted, and killed by men too ignorant and brutal to realize what they are doing. I wonder if we really grasp the depth of meaning in Jesus' atoning death. However, unless we also realize that in a very real sense the world is still crucifying him today. The crucifixion, alas, is a constantly recurring tragedy. I think it's a Bible quote, Matt.
You shitting me? Are you shitting me?
Oh my, okay. And then the second one's Matthew too.
Yeah.
Both are good.
Both of them are Matthew.
Both of them are Matthew.
Well, there you go. There's your connection. We'll read them.
All right, Matt 27, verses 35 and 36. And when they had crucified him, they parted his garments among them, casting lots, and they sat and watched him there. And it says Matthew 27, verses 33 through 44. And this is the judgment, that the light is come into the world, and men love the darkness rather than the light. Okay, that was John 3:16. Then it goes to Matthew 27, 33 through 44. Prayer. We realize, O God, that we live in a world that is still crucifying Jesus, betraying his cause, denying his purposes, deriding the truths he came to teach. Help us to understand the reverence his message, that we shall not take part in the crucifixion in our street, our nation, our day, and generation. In his name we pray. Amen. You recording? Okay, so night 2 is about to kick off. Me and Alex are headed up to the doll room. We're loaded with equipment. Matt and Xander, who's holding the camera, are heading down to the boiler room, where we just had the interview part where Matt was in page 22, like I said. So we're going to have some fun. Let's go.
Let's do this. Let's get it, boys.
So uncoordinated.
In the boiler room. Matt's got the hot seat. Let's do this.
Is there anything down here with us?
We're not attempting to be hostile. We just want to know if you're here or not. We're not attempting to be hostile. We just want to know if you're here or not.
Can you make a noise to let us know you're down here?
Just make a noise. Make your presence known. We want to communicate with you. We know that one of the ladies that gave us a tour can't be in here because you tried to force her out. Is that true? She was sitting right where Matt is.
the silver flash?
Which one is it? Which one is it?
The blue doll.
Chair?
Blue shit. The in the chair. What are you gonna do if we touch it?
No, hold on. Can you reach out and grab my hand?
It's still there.
Reach out and grab my hand, please. It just got extra cold around my hand.
Is this taking the temperature?
Yeah. What's the temperature in the room?
This is 51.6. 52.2, put it up now. And still
Put it on my hand. I just feel extra cold around my hand.
Move the doll.
I'm gonna move this doll over here, okay?
Oh my fuck.
What?
It's literally going with the fucking doll. That's ridiculous, and it's grabbing on, it's holding you.
Is it really?
Yes.
Keep it on me. Flashlight just went off. I'm gonna set you back down. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Shit's getting weird in here.
Is it just get
It's
close?
moving.
Get the spirit box out. Sit there. We're gonna turn on a spirit box. You can come through and we can hear your voice. Is it gone?
It's back and forth. From here to there. If I move up. No, it's still there. I don't know if it likes being seen.
Alright, good. Where's the reverse? Flash, both flashlights are on.
Do you not like being seen? Because we can see you.
What has a heat signature? Oh, that's because I just grabbed it. See if I touch the leg. Yeah, it was a heat signature. Oh, you poked it in the wrong, okay. There it is.
We're going to turn this on. Would you like to speak with us? Two of them.
Two, turn it on, turn it on. Can you speak into this?
Who's your friend that you brought with you?
Can you speak to me? Can you say hi? Can you say hello? Hello. Hi.
So there are two of you, aren't there? Yes? So there are two of you, aren't there? Yes?
Thank you. Oh, I just got chills.
I've had them.
Thank you very much. What did I just grab?
Right here, after I asked, "What did I just grab?" You will hear a whisper come from the room, not the spirit box, of what sounds like a man responding to my question.
What did I just grab?
We finish our second night with one last sweep of the building.
Hello?
We're gonna play hide and seek. You make a noise, we'll come find you. On 3, I want you to make your noise and we're gonna come look for you. 1, 2, 3.
Matt, go shine your flashlight. Go down to that other door way down there. Right there. Xander, go to that door right there. The one right there to your left. Split up a little bit. Yeah. Split up a little bit. Sit. We're separated now. Can you make noises? Did you hear that, Mills? Meeting teacher room?
No. The one right in front. Right between us.
Are you sure that's where it came from?
Yeah.
Alright, hold on. Stay where you are. I can see a thing. Even with this thing. Anybody in here? Where the fuck am I? Hello?
We must be getting closer. Can you make that noise again so we can find you?
Down this way? Oh, something just touched my hand! Something just touched my hand! Stop, 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 stop! Dude!
What? Oh no. What just happened, yo?
As we're standing alone in the hallway, I feel a cold and static grip across my wrist. I jump back and turn towards Alex, but my reaction startled him as he was on a dead sprint towards me. My camera screen was broken, but unbeknownst to us, the camera was still recording. As it's pointing towards the ground, you see an orb fly out of my leg just moments after I was grabbed on the wrist.
Oh, something just touched my hand! Something just touched my hand! Stop, 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 stop! Dude!
What? Oh no. What just happened, yo?
The Poasttown Elementary School is an incredible location. We are proud to say we were able to investigate such an amazing building. We encourage everyone not to take our word for it, but to go and investigate this for yourself. When you leave, you believe.